What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lighthouse Collective, where we're shining the light on godly principles in a bottom line world. I'm your co-host, Ben Love, and I'm here today with the magnificent, wonderful
John Michael Perez.
Yeah, man, John. So, what are we doing today?
So today we're going to actually go over your testimony.
Okay.
I know you've got an amazing story, and we really want to draw out everything of who Ben Love is. I've got a framework of 6 things that I want to ask you, okay?
See, this is why you're so good. I had a framework of 3.
Okay, so 1, it's going to be identity, right? So who is Ben Love? 2 is going to be struggle. We want to go sort of through like what you've gone through.
Okay.
3 is going to be breakthrough. How did you get out of the struggle?
Yeah.
4 is going to be wisdom. And I just want to know about what you've learned from everything. 5 is going to be legacy. So like not only what you've learned, what you've gone through, but like what do you want to leave, right?
Yeah.
And then
sure.
6 is going to be vision. So vision, what is going to happen in the future, right?
Yeah.
So you ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Let's get
Love
started.
it.
So you taught me this one. Who is Ben Love?
Yeah, great question, right? First and foremost, I'm a child of God. I'm a son. I'm a husband. I'm a grandfather. I'm a business professional who places my emphasis on Christ and putting my trust in Him. I'm somebody who you don't have to earn my trust. I'm going to give you my trust, right? Same thing with respect. You don't have to earn the respect with me. I'm going to give it to you. Now, if you lose it, yes, I'm going to be quick to forgive, but there will be some work to get that back, right? I'm somebody who loves to learn, right? I found that and discovered that out about myself. I love to learn and then not only take those things that I learn, but how do I share them with others, right? And to make an impact on their lives. Character, integrity, value, trust. Look, I'm human. I have my flaws. I fail. I do my best. I give my best every day to live out with those values, but I fail, right? And so because I fail and God has forgiven me every time, like I go ahead and do the same thing with people when I look at people, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, hey, it didn't go my way. It didn't go the way it was supposed to. Okay, let's move forward, right? Forgive, move forward. And allow God just to move into my life.
Yeah. Well, if you're new to the podcast and you don't know who we are at all, Ben and I, we've been working together for close to 9 years now in real estate.
Yeah.
And Ben absolutely was the pivotal person in my life that sort of changed everything for me because I worked in the restaurant industry. Go listen to the past episode of my life. But basically, there was a pivotal point where Ben came into my life and was like, he literally got on a whiteboard and was like, hey, this is what you need to be doing. This is what you need to be doing. And so for me, I think there's such an importance of mentorship and people that have gone through it and have done and have a foundation of Jesus Christ in their life. And that's why I'm so grateful for this episode, grateful for you. But that's awesome, right? That's who Ben is. But like what created Ben, right? Like what happened?
Solid foundation. First and foremost, I grew up in a single family, right? The youngest. I had an older brother, older sister, and my mom. And she was probably the greatest influence on my life, right? Like she is the one who lived out that Proverbs 22 where teach a child in their ways and when they're young and they will not depart from it when they're older, right? She lived that. I lived in the church growing up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Like she was at church and I had to go no matter what until I was 18. Then she told me, it's your choice now, your decision. You have to build that relationship with Christ. I can't live off of my parents, my mom's relationship with Christ. This is not what God is looking for. He's looking for that personal relationship. And, one of the important values that she taught me is to put my trust in God, not to put my trust in her, not to put my trust in anybody else, but God. And I had my little journey where I kind of walked away.
Yeah. Well, what were the moments in your life that was, how do I say this, a breaking point?
Yeah, there's been a couple breaking points, but we'll just fast forward to 2010 because I think that that's probably my breakthrough where
you went through a lot though before that.
I did. Okay, so we grew up on the welfare system. My mom had 10 brothers. So I have like 60 something first cousins. Shout out to all my cousins in California.
Half Mexican, half Italian, right?
Yeah. And it's incredible, right? Like I love this because my birthday is in December and my mom, again, didn't have a lot of money. And so it was always Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. So that combination gift.
Yeah.
And same thing with my grandmother because she had like 40 other grandchildren at that time that she had to get gifts for and stuff like that too. So I never really had high expectations, right? And then same thing without having a father. My mom was incredible in the way that she supported me. She couldn't always go to all my games or events and stuff like that. But what she did give me was love. And so I didn't grow up with this missing my dad issue.
Really?
Yeah. My mom was everything. And so it was really incredible because just a little glimpse into the future, in 2012, I'm 30 something years old at that point, and I meet my dad for my first time.
2012, you met your dad for the first time?
Yeah. And, again, I didn't have any anger towards him. I didn't have any like misconceptions towards him. It was like, oh, hey, what's up, Dad? How you doing? Hugs. And just like, I remember him saying, it's crazy. I'm glad that we're getting to build this connection. But I'm pretty sure that I was expecting a knock on my door when you were 18 saying, hey, looking for me. And I was just like, yeah, no, my mom was everything for me.
Your mom was incredible.
Yeah. And so, that's the pieces of things that she's handed down to me. And now being the youngest on that side, it was cool because my dad was married to another woman. They had 6 more children. And I'm the oldest on that side of the family.
Wow.
And we're getting to build a relationship now with them also. And so it's pretty cool, man.
Wow. I don't know where to go from there. That's crazy. So your mom must have been a capstone in your life because I don't know if I could have just easily forgiven absent father. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, how did you go through that?
I think it was look, the Latin Mexican side of the family, right? I'm the baby of the bunch. My mom, I ain't gonna lie, my siblings could tell you I was the favorite. And, again, we didn't have much, but I watched my mom sacrifice time after time after time again for all of us, right? And I think that was the key piece to it. Just this incredible unconditional love. She showed the love of Christ to me through her actions. And and so that just allowed me to grow up without any of these issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
I think
go ahead. No, please.
No. I just think that's such a healthy perspective because like so many people can look at the same circumstances that you went through and take it a completely different way.
Yeah.
Right. So going into business, did any of these principles that you learned help you in business?
I think they help me now in business. When I first started, right? Like I was in the Marines, right? And I got my degree in computer science. So I've done a lot of things. There's this whole other side of the story where I was in the streets and trying to identify who I was as a person. And so as young men, we go out there and we get a part of different groups, right?
Yeah.
So overall, I had really good friends, but then
Were you in gangs or anything?
yeah,
You were.
as I was getting older, right? Like, I mean, again, that's just that natural lifestyle that you in Oakland is where you you draw to, because those are the guys that you're looking up to.
Yeah.
I think
Was it a search for community as well, or a search for connection, or?
Well, I think that's where, without really knowing, I was lacking the male figure in my life.
That makes so much sense.
Who's the male figure, right? It was my coaches in sports, and then it was the guys on the street, because it was like, hey, we're doing these things and we're making money. And so you kind of look up to them like, oh, okay, cool. So I was a tale of two cities, right? At home, very respectful, loved my mom, spoke politely, all that. Out on the streets, acting a fool, doing those different things, trying to fit in, trying to change my character so that I could be accepted by them, right?
At what point during that time frame did you realize it wasn't for you?
Yeah, I got in trouble with some law, and you know, one of the big things is, hey, we're your family, we're always going to have your back. But during this time, the only person that really showed up was my mom.
Wow.
Yeah, she was the one that was making the sacrifices. And so at that point, I was just like, okay, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so your mom has always been there for you. You end up deciding to move to Texas at what point?
Yeah. That was probably 2002. 2001 was a crazy year. Yeah.
You able to share any of that, or?
Sure. Bottom line was California had a 3-strike law. I had 2 strikes. A 3rd strike would get me life in prison.
Jeez.
And so you have to change, right? And I don't think it wasn't me as a person. Yeah, well, I had to change as a person, but being in that environment, if I didn't move out of that environment, I wasn't going to change, even with the risk of spending life and behind bars.
There's a big lesson there, guys.
Yeah, sometimes that environment has to change because it wasn't where God wanted me to be. And it was crazy because I'd go to church, and then after church, I'm smoking weed, I'm hanging out with the homeboys, I'm doing all these things. And so I'm living this double life, right? And finally, I had a friend from Texas say, "Hey, you should move to Texas." And here, you can't tell a Cali boy to move to Texas, right? I'm like, man, this is where I'm born and raised.
Yeah.
And something happened to the point where it was just like, okay, I got to get out of here. And so I ended up moving in 2002 to Texas. Shout out to Harlingen, Texas, South Texas, right? Basically North Mexico. But I got married, but I wasn't prepared and ready for marriage, right?
Gotcha.
I'll be honest, I was still immature.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the impacts from my mom, right? Like, she did her best to raise me and everything, but she couldn't take me through that final fire where I have to learn how to be a man.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, my first marriage, I blew it up. I was a hot mess, doing things and just not living right. But that's where the foundation starts, right? Every day, me and my mom would be on the phone, and every day, every conversation, it went like this. Hey, mijo, are you going to church? No, mom, not yet. That's okay. I'm praying for you. And I got the whole church praying for you for 10 years, man. And all of a sudden you see God make these movements in here.
Yeah.
So I was ready to move back to California after 6 months because I'd never experienced humidity or heat like Texas has.
Yeah.
And so I told my wife at the time, I'm going back to California. Let's go. And she was like, I'm not leaving. This is where I want to be. And this is where my family is.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, right? Short condensed version of that.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was like, okay, fine. If we're going to stay out here, then we're going to buy a house because I'm not going to rent out here.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to a sales counselor, spent 3 hours with that sales counselor. And at the end, he's like, hey, you got a great personality. You ever thought of selling homes? And I was like, no, but I'm down to. And he was like, well, I'm the sales manager for this region. Go online, fill out the application, and then let's talk. Went home, filled out the application, and that began my journey into real estate. He hired me the very next day.
Was he your first mentor, or was he your...
Yeah, shout out Mike Trollinger, man, in San Antonio. Love you, bro. He was the first one that really kind of gave me an opportunity.
But here, real quick, it's funny how God's sort of like a puppeteer, and you were just about to move back to California.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Sometimes God calling is uncomfortable. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you didn't even realize, maybe you didn't even realize that at that time, right? That God's calling was for you to be in Harlingen, was for you to go to the sales building, right?
Yeah.
And just before that, you were saying I wanted to move back to California.
Yeah. He's the author of the beginning and the end, right? Like when we're in the moment and in the season, we can't see. We see what we see around us. But God is like, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Just wait. And so incredible things that I learned there, right? Again, how to serve people, how to see.
You learned that there?
Yeah.
Really?
Because he spent 3 hours with me and my wife at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's all I knew. I knew nothing else about real estate. Okay, so if you spent this much time, that must mean that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
And so I would sit down with people. Now, here's the crazy part is Cameron County in Texas is one of the poorest counties in the whole United States.
Mm.
And I think this is where my character started to develop.
Gotcha.
Because, I mean, we're talking about, this is 2002, 2003, 2004 time. Like the two-family income in that area was like $1,800 a month.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And so when you're sitting down and going over finances with people and you're seeing them spend $450 at Rent-A-Center or $300 a month to rent a rims, things like that, like their priorities weren't there. And this is the beginning of where they were giving homes to basically anybody, right?
Yeah.
And so I would turn people away and say, hey, you're not ready to move forward. I don't want your house to foreclose on you. And so what did they do? They would go to the sales counselor I was working with and use them.
Yeah.
I lost money that way, but you know what? In my actual 21-year career in real estate, one of the things that I'm proudly stand on is I've only had one family ever foreclosed on, right? And I think that's important because money...
And that's hundreds of houses sold.
Hundreds of houses sold.
And only one.
And only one person that has had their house foreclosed on.
Yeah.
And, you know, for me, it's like... that's
within the recession, too.
Yeah, like the whole 2007, 2008,
when everybody was getting a foreclosure.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And so I look at that and I'm like, okay, even though I wasn't going to church and I was still doing stupid stuff, the things that I learned from in my younger age, there's still this calling inside of me that's like, I know the characters, I know the fruits of the Spirit that God is pouring into me. And even though on one side I was doing all this crazy stuff, the other side, there was still this genuine care for people, right?
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever led your business in your, or tried to lead your business in your own strength?
Yeah, man. I think, look, the beginning of real estate, I got my real estate license in 2007 after 5 years in the home building, right? And I mean, I did okay, right?
Gotcha.
I wasn't like, man, hey, living lavish. Yeah. When I got my real estate license, struggle city, man, because God had put some people in my life, right? And I was going back to church, and I think this is an important piece. There was a men's retreat that I went to. And at this men's retreat, when I rededicated my life, there was this verse that came upon me, John 5:14. And it says, I have healed you, but if you continue to sin, things may get worse. So,
wow.
Yeah. And so it really impacted me. And I always thought about that. And what I've discovered is I need other godly men around me.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have that around me, the world can easily grab me and pull me back in.
I wonder how many people have never discovered that they need good people, godly people around them.
Oh, man, it's so vital. I mean, God built us for relationships. He wants a relationship with us. So why do you think that we wouldn't?
And we're in the image of him.
Yes, that we're built for this. We're built to stand. It's iron sharpening iron, to be able to stand with one another, being led by the Holy Spirit, right? Like, that's so important and so vital. And, well,
what would you tell somebody that's a Christian, they're starting their own business, and they are going through that same struggle, right? Like, based off of your testimony, what would you tell them?
Look, first and foremost, go into prayer and seek out Christ, right? If this is where he has you called, right? That's that spiritual discernment. Is it the Holy Spirit calling us to this business field? Or is it our own personal inkling where we're like, hey, I want to do this, right?
Well, what if they're like, well, I feel so uncomfortable right now?
Yeah, I would ask, okay, again, go into prayer, seek out Christ. What is the reason why you are feeling uncomfortable? Look, Bible tells us, man, come to me and all those who lack wisdom. If you don't know why you're uncomfortable, that's you lacking wisdom.
Ooh.
Right? And so
if you don't know why you're uncomfortable, that's you lacking wisdom.
Yeah.
That's great.
And so going to Christ and saying, this is why knowing the word is so important, because that's what the Holy Spirit gives us, right? Like, he throws those things back at us and says, hey, remember this word, right? And so in everything, I tried to turn to Christ. Am I perfect at it? Absolutely not. But I do my best every single day to keep Christ at the center of my life.
I love that.
So the point is seeking out Christ before anything. Too often we move forward and then we say, hey, God, come bless this. Come bless this. I'm moving forward already.
Yeah.
When, no, slow down. Let the Holy Spirit lead you. And then don't worry about anything, because God's going to provide everything that you need.
Can you name a specific moment in your life or your business that you had to completely surrender to God?
Yeah, 2010, right? Recently divorced, now moved up to Austin, 3 months here in the Austin area, and I'm homeless. I'm living out of my car. I got $50 to my name, and I'm driving a 1998 Dodge Intrepid with faded paint. The front tire wobbled at 45 miles an hour. And I remember this. This is so vivid to me. I pulled into our market center where we were at, and Mercedes, BMWs, Lexus, all these nice fancy cars. And here I come looking like the Beverly Hillbilly, right? And I'm just like homeless now. And it's a Monday. And I'm like driving on the evening, Monday evening. And I'm like, what am I doing? I got a quarter tank of gas and $50 to my name. What am I going to do? And that was the crossroad where it was like, I got two options. Option number one, trust in myself, call my mom. Hey, Mom, I'm coming back to California. You know what her response is going to be? Okay, mijo, come home. I got a room for you. Let's go. Or option number two, I could trust God. This is what God had called for me. And yeah, this was a season where I was going through, but this is what he called me to, so I have to trust him. I decided option number two. The very next morning, after sleeping in my car, our office had a shower. I took a shower like at 5 o'clock in the morning, hoping that nobody would come in. And then 6 a.m., I was looking on a church website for things to do. And I found Shoreline Church, which completely helped change my life and gave me a great foundation. But Tuesday night was men's Bible study, right? So they had food and drinks there. And I remember that. And so I got fed physically, and then I got fed spiritually and started to build relationships with other guys. Wednesday night, I started to live out my calling in children's ministry. So I would go serve. We had a Wednesday night service, and I started developing relationships in the children's ministry.
Were you doing real estate at that time?
Trying. I'm trying. I'm broke as a joke, $50 to my name. But it's amazing how God continues to just provide without any expectation. I'll tell you this real quick story, and then I'll jump back into the days. I was down to like my last like $2. And I had no expectations of where I'm going to get any more money. And all of a sudden, my old office in Harlingen had sent me a check from a commission that I had totally forgot about. And it was a check for like $600. And so that was able to sustain me. But that's how God works, right? It's incredible.
So crazy.
Yeah.
And I just know where you're at now. And I'm just like so thankful for what you've gone through and who you are now and the amount of lives that you've changed, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for that, seriously.
Man, and so Thursday night, I found this small group. These 4 guys didn't know I was homeless, but had a profound effect on me. You know, Doug White, Jeremiah Vela, my boy Tobin, Jaime, man. These are like 4 guys that I really can lean into. We don't see as much of each other, but when we get back together, it's like we never missed a day.
That's awesome.
Now, Tobin is a guy who just taught me how to love, right? Like he just showed me how to love unconditionally. In no other world would we ever match together, right? I mean, this guy was just, hey, I love you, brother. And I'm just like, yeah, bro, okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm that weird guy that's always hugging and loving on people, man. But that's because, again, I was shown that. Friday night had another small group. It was cool. Saturday mornings, 6 a.m. Was men's fraternity. Met my mentor there, Pierre Cardenas, and met some other great brothers who we have some lifelong relationships.
Yeah.
Shout out David San Miguel. Love you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so they had like breakfast tacos. So again, I was getting food. And then we'd go serve the homeless downtown Austin. So I thought that was kind of an interesting.
We got to do something like that, man.
We should, man. And then Sunday, go to first service, serve second service, and then young adults in the evening. And that was my life for 3 weeks. And then
3 weeks?
For 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, God said, okay, now that you know that I'm the only one that you need and the only one that you could depend on, okay, I'm going to start opening doors. And he opened up some doors for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So where's Ben at now?
Oh, man. Ben is having incredible life, man. Living for God.
We're sort of skipping like 10 to 15 years.
Long story short, here we go. Because of time, 2017 changed it from a business ministry to from a business mindset to a ministry mindset. And so now I get to pray with every one of my clients. I took a 3-year hiatus from production to jump into leadership, which is crazy. And then now,
but you learned a lot from that.
Oh
too.
Man, a ton of things, and also a lot of lessons, man. Right. But from that, now I am at the Wolf Pack. I found my community. It's incredible people like you, Suman Kim, Jordan Brown, and the rest of you guys. I know that
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's about a ton. But this is a community that is all about helping and serving others and helping one another succeed. And that's what I love, man.
All right, 2 more questions and we'll go over time. That's fine. But
Sure.
Where do you see God next?
God is moving every single moment in my life, right? Like we're now getting ready to, again, this Lighthouse Collective
Mhm.
is a really, really big project that I'm loving doing with you. And
So organic too. It's not like we're.
yeah,
It's different than a lot of things that I've done. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
I'm pushing a lot of things that I do. I push. Now it's like, let's just let God work, you know?
and it's that patience, right?
Yep.
Because I think both you and I are like visionaries where it's like, hey, let's do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And it could get to the point of overwhelming. And I think right now in both of our lives, God is like, relax. I got this.
Mhm.
Don't worry. In time, these things will come from it.
Yeah.
And so that now teamed up with my wife
Mhm.
in production, doing production again with real estate. We changed our name from the Ben Love Group over to Vine and Branches Realty Group. Obviously from John 15:5, where I am the vine, you are the branches, right? Apart from me, you can do nothing. And so that's what I live by. I can't succeed in this business without Christ leading the way. And when I have seasons that are not going my way, doesn't matter.
Mm.
God still got me covered.
I love that answer. Last question. What do you want your clients, your friends, your family, your business partners, what do you want them to remember you as?
It's going to sound cliche, but I want them to remember, man, that dude just showed the love of Christ to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way that he loves on people. Again, I'm not perfect, man. I want them to know that I'm a transparent person. In my humility, pride still swells up sometimes, right? And so this is things that God is working on me. It's like my thorn in my side.
Yeah.
But I genuinely care for people. And I've been blessed that money has never really had a hold of me.
Mm.
And so I'm just here to serve people.
Yeah. I think you are the best example, in my opinion, in my life at least, of genuinely caring for others, removing all expectations, and God genuinely moving in your life. You know, like it's so cool to see that. And it's contagious.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I don't even think you know what's God has done in your life. Like, I don't, you're probably unaware of the impact that you've made, dude. It's crazy.
And I think bottom line is it's all for the glory of God. That's all all that I care about. That's all that matters.
Yep.
For the glory of God.
Well, where can people find you?
Man, you guys can find me on Instagram at benlove_ATX_realtor. And where can they find you, John?
Find me on Instagram at John Michael Perez. So thankful for this episode.
No, thank you, man. Where can people hear this episode or watch this episode?
Yeah, you can actually listen on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Go subscribe on our YouTube, guys. It would be super helpful. If you don't mind making a comment on YouTube as well, it helps the algorithm, helps our message get out there. And also, we forgot to mention our sponsor.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so we got a brand new sponsor who is allowing us to be able to do these type of things in this incredible office, podcast, Round Rock Studios. But big shout out to Michael Schwartz from Priority Title. Again, he is going to be help sponsoring us. And so we're going to have some incredible things coming forward with him.
Yep.
And so look, if you need a title company that genuinely cares about your people, look at Michael Schwartz Priority Title.
I'm about to send him my first contract this morning. So
love it.
Going to send him over one of my listings. We just went under contract. So we're going to send it over to Priority Title. Guys, if you need a title company, if you're in real estate, or if you're about to buy or sell a home, put Priority Title in that paragraph. It'll help not only our podcast, but it'll help the mission as well.
Absolutely. Man, we just want to say thank you guys so much. Have an incredible day. Love you. Go out there and shine the light of God.
See ya.